said though, and I asked you if we'd make it far. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said no, 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 no. No, 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 you should. I've earned the cost and now I've paid it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, please don't go. I know my face, a memory erasing. Been a few years since I heard your voice, yeah. Lost a few here, but it's not by choice, no. Girl, I see your face every day when I look through my phone. Can't delete all these memories, won't leave me alone. Hit my blind side, never saw you coming. You were so wild, but no, I was nothing. And I'm nothing now, nothing's changed. You know I'm just the same. Miss you now, but I hope that someday you explain. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said,
Well, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is September 5th, 2023, 8:26 p.m. East Coast of the United States. Appreciate you all. So that was interesting. I'm going to invite Trevor as well as Josh from the lab up. Time to bring the rain. That's right, Arctic Fox. That's or Arctic Wolf. Sorry. Yes, exactly. The victim blaming, the victim shaming. You know, things must be getting really hot for Dawn in Utah. Things must be getting really hot. Just amazing. Absolutely despicable. It's absolutely despicable. Thank you, Candy. Appreciate you. Very kind of you. Thank you for your support. Which personality has Don have tonight? Well, tonight he's Pastor Don, along with blaming everyone for his problems. There was not 1 ounce of accountability in there. There was nothing about his missing daughter. He is more worried about himself, his wife, and anything else than he has ever been worried about his kids or anything. That is point blank, period. Period. It's about him. Oh, well, these YouTubers do this. Oh, well, that police officer did that. Oh, my sister did this. Oh, my dad did that. Oh, my mom did this. Please. Please. How about some accountability? That might, help a little bit. Dropping the links. Let me check my phone, guys. Is Josh in here yet? Trev, go ahead and come on up, Josh. That's exactly right. He's the victim, and he says that, clearly many, many times over. It is recycle, what is it? Rinse, repeat. What does that saying go? Something like that. Rinse, wash, rinse, repeat. Maybe that's it. Do you really think he knows what accountability is for? Hell no. Hell no. It's not going to happen anytime soon either. Jilly Bean, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Thank you, my sweetheart. I love you. Appreciate you. Maybe they're having. I'm shocked I never got blocked. Well, that's if you challenge them in any way. Anything we said in there, it was instant, complete. So, when I thought Daisy couldn't stoop any lower, she does. She's blaming CM saying he's making money from Summer's case and putting it in his pocket. Gosh, I can't stand her. What is it with people? I mean, I just don't understand. Um uh, Sorry guys, I got a lot going on here. I've just never yeah, and it was very interesting. Don, he knew Trevor.
Can you hear me?
Yep. How's it going?
It's going. How are you? Sorry, it took me a second to get all that together and get up.
Boy, that was interesting.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're waiting for Josh. Josh said,
Where to start? That's the perfect comment. Absolutely.
yeah. I don't know if you want to play some of the stuff or where is I'm texting him. Is he in here? You know?
I haven't seen him. I
Okay.
had to step away from my phone for a second. I just got back on.
All right. So what was your first of all, why do you think he's coming out now and saying this? What is your opinion on that?
Well, I think the public pressure is on. I think Josh and Chris did a great show the other day, having Mary up, who we've already heard from, but also having another victim come up.
Yep.
And the big thing with Rhonda is the theory of this ridiculous theory that they're all coming out because they want the house, right? Well, Rhonda coming out with her story completely debunks that. So that puts back in the driver's seat the idea that they're 100% victims of Dawn. We believe that, but it takes away that ridiculous cop out. And I think with the public pressure going up, Don feels like he said on his own on the show, he said he feels backed in a corner.
Yep. He feels backed in a corner and he's a caged animal and he knows it. He knows it. It was interesting, Trevor, how he knew that there is no statute of limitations on our charges.
Yep, absolutely.
There's Josh.
And he even said when Christine asked him, wouldn't he already be charged by now if he did something? He said, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah. He even said, he's like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yep.
I think I just dropped a link, did I?
Yeah, you did. I see it.
Okay. All right. I asked why pick on Mary. Well, not to mention, they just first of all, Don just accused someone of another person R-ing a woman or a person when the victim hasn't even the alleged victim hasn't even came out and said that ever happened.
No, and it's not his story to tell.
That's exactly right. But if it suits him in any way, if he can throw any other family member under the bus, he's going to do it.
But notice how that victim matters on that channel. What they're talking
Yes.
about, that victim, and every victim matters. See, I'm not of the belief, there's no selective advocacy. You either care for all victims or you don't. But
Exactly.
over there, Mary, Jeannie, Rhonda don't seem to matter. What matters is what Don's saying. And he brings up a victim. And if there truly is a victim, that victim matters too. But how is that victim matter over on that channel? But all the others are just lying.
Okay, I'm going to drop the link again. Exactly. Exactly. It's only the it's selective. At the very least, it's selective, and that is not his story to tell if that happened. And it's just about shaming, absolutely shaming everyone over there.
Yeah, and maybe before sharing another story and giving another story out and telling a story that's not his place to tell, maybe take accountability for what you did and the people you victimized before
Bingo.
trying to tell someone else's story. How about that?
Yeah. Bingo. Don has never taken accountability for one damn iota of anything in his life. Anything in his life. And I don't think it's going to start now after, the 60 years of him being around.
Yeah, and a couple of people were asking, "This is me." It wouldn't let me put a picture, so it's just a letter. But yeah, it's me.
It's clearly Trev. Yeah. I've got some of it screen. Is Josh having problems? Yeah. He's been up on this panel before. I mean, I was literally thinking, what the fuck? Here, let's we'll play some of it while we wait for Josh. Mods, let me know if he's having a hard time getting up here.
I haven't seen him comment again. He may be in the process of coming up.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
We're going to be here for him, and we're going to let him tell his part of the story. He's tired of being beat up constantly and attacked every day.
Let me just comment to that right there. What about, it's not about you, Don. It's not about Candace. It's not about me. It's not about anyone else other than Summer and anyone else that has been victimized or, missing. Oops. Hello, Josh.
Hey, what's up?
And Trev falls off.
I had to grant permission, or it was.
Oh, your mic. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Here.
Do I sound okay?
Yep, sound great.
All right.
So what you thinking?
Well, I have a lot of thoughts about what I had just listened to. First and foremost, I've never in my life seen a chat like that. I get, people like cutting out, negative whatever, and I get even getting rid of me, but there's like people in there that are asking real questions, and it's just an absolute
It's
not
acceptable.
It's like I've never seen a chat like that ever.
Right. You'll never
It's
see it
actually embarrassing because there's like there's a bunch of people watching, but there's only like 6 people chatting because of their mods.
Candace
I'd like to
is
know
a
the
mod.
ratio of subs to blocked.
I've never seen anything like that. So anyway, so there's that. Second of all, Dawn threatened Mary. So, I mean, he can say whatever he wants about anything. They can say, well, we believe her, we don't believe her. Dawn threatened Mary. She's going to press charges against him. He can eat shit and tell his lies to his cellie when, you know, inevitably he goes to prison for the rest of his life. And, you know, he's just a flat out liar. Just a flat out liar.
Yes.
And can you imagine, like, being king for a day over and like that people listen to you over there? Like, there's a flock of people that are listening, right? And I've been really nice to that chat. However, that's one of the worst channels I've ever seen.
It is. It is.
I've never seen a channel ran so poorly with such an extreme bias.
Oh, ever.
It's ridiculous. And then the amount of women that are sitting there going, well, you know, why didn't she come out? You know, what? How? Where do you get the balls to ask anybody about their experience, about their the truth that they want to share? And Dawn wants to go, well, what about Mary's kid? What about Mary's husband? What about Mary's stepbrother, who is a rapist, an admitted one?
Admitted.
So Dawn, and I know you were listening last night because you were trying to get Cher to take up for you in my chat. She told you to pound sand because you're stupid. And I know you were watching, and you threatened Mary flat out, straight up. There's nothing more about it. There's no more talk about what he did or didn't do. He threatened her. We have proof. The text message that people are going to go, well, did they fake it or not? Well, you'll find out once law enforcement pulls the text logs, because that's all they have to do. And he very clearly said, you're going to be sorry for this. I will make sure you're sorry for this. Okay. Well, there you go.
So so can you catch some of us up that don't know about that? Like, when did this happen?
It just happened like 2 days ago. And I get a phone call from Mary. Dawn had been trying to contact Mary after the Rhonda live. And by the way, Dawn, I would be curious to hear what you have to say about that, but of course you won't talk about that. So,
I bet you that. Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to talk, you know, about Rhonda, which is fine. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so he's calling her. She doesn't answer for days. She doesn't want to talk to him. She knows that he's going to call. And I said, Barry, if he calls you and he's abusive to you, just hang up on him. Like, you don't have to talk to him, whatever. And so, okay, fine. So then a couple days later, she's like, I text that number back that she believed was Dawn's. And instantly a message came back. F you, Mary, you effing try and ruin our effing family. He's like, you think you're just gonna effing ruin what's left of my life? He's like, you're gonna see about that. You're something like, you know, you'll be sorry, or we'll just see about that. And I was like, wow, okay. So then when I was doing my live last night, I was like, well, you threatened her because you're a complete asshole, and okay, whatever. But by the way, good job, Dawn. You're a felon on probation.
Yeah.
And you're leaving, you know, threats on people's phones. And by the way, this could be considered domestic because it's his stepsister. And Dawn has a very long history with domestic violence.
It absolutely could be considered domestic.
And that chat over there is one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Everybody over there that, you know, it's funny because they'll go like, CM's this and Josh is that and Justin's this and Trev's that. And then it's like, well, what about Dawn, the guy we're here for, whose child is missing? By the way, they've had 9 total children together, combined.
Yeah,
9.
I'm not a felon.
Not one. I'm not a felon either. And who
So-
cares if I was? My daughter's not missing, and I'm not the one going around being accused of doing things against my stepsisters and stealing panties and grabbing women by the throat and punching them and breaking their nose. And we all heard a phone call where Candace was clearly distraught because Don was trying to I don't know what he was trying to do, but he was clearly out of control.
And
I
his
tell
daughter,
Don this. I'll tell Don this, and I want to tell all the people over there in that chat as well. Don, you can tell Don to sue me or Chris or all you want. He won't do it. He can't do it. I don't even know if they would allow for him to do it. What I mean by that is I don't know who's going to take that case, because once it gets played, where he's like, yeah, well, I guess I did that, and they're going to be like, well, okay, then it's not defamation. He can't sue anybody. He won't sue anybody. He won't sit. He will not sit for a deposition. He won't do any of that.
He said that. He even acknowledged it. He said, "It's YouTube. I can't sue them over that."
He could surely try, but everybody over there is telling them, Don, I hope you sue him. I hope so too. I've been asking for months, 3 or 4 months. Please, that would be excellent.
Yes, let's get you in that deposition chair. Come on,
you know how far we get in this case if he had to sit under oath?
Yes.
How many lies he could be charged with? He can't sit under oath. All right, he just can't do it. He won't do it. And good for you for fighting back, Don. You victim. Such a bitch. He really is. He's a little bitch. And then, by the way, what is he talking about? His mom calling her? She's always wanted to be a skinny bitch. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Who talks about their mother that way?
Well, who talks about their mother? I mean, their mother,
to be a skinny bitch.
Sister. I can't imagine calling my sister something like that.
Mary had big old tits. Like, you're so sick. He's such a pile, and they just sit there and ignore him saying stuff like that. If I was to say anything like that, it would be clipped and put everywhere. Can you believe Josh referred to a woman's breast as big old tits, or he referred to his sister wanting to be a skinny bitch? It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Yeah. Nuts. They're all nuts. And by the way, I'm tired of Daisy and her channel, and I'm tired of being nice to her.
She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. I have never seen someone so easy.
I don't know how she's going to get her head out of Dawn's ass after this interview.
She's
You're going to have to really grease up the wagon wheel.
I'm telling you. She's like, I have never felt threatened around you or anything. I'm like, well, why don't you talk to the victims? How about you, Daisy? Sit down and maybe talk to them.
Right. She's sitting there talking about how she has had this happen to her, and she's talking to somebody who's done it to others.
Right.
Good job, Daisy. You sound like a real martyr there.
Slow clap.
It's unbelievable. But you know what? It's just typical, and Don will always have a landing spot with them, and
until we don't. Until he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, Daisy's she's just down. She's just down for this, and Dawn is like, I gotta fight back. Okay, well, fair enough. But did you or did you not send that threatening message to your sister? Yes or no?
Of course.
I saw it myself. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've read it in context.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was talking about yesterday. I wasn't talking about Rhonda or the accusation. Did you, Dawn, you spackled-haired little shithead, did you threaten Mary? The answer is yes, you did. And you're a felon on probation. And I hope and pray that they get you for this. Yeah. Because you're foul. And you're a liar.
It's foul in every way.
Candace doesn't like you either. And you don't like her either. Let's just be real. It's one of the most, he's just unbelievable.
this is a man that calls women the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire existence.
Did you hear what he
He's
just said about his
done-
mom? Sorry,
yeah.
I'm fired up.
No, I mean, well,
I really
listen,
am.
Don, it's 2023. The gays, we can marry now. And
That's
we
right.
can
We
adopt.
can. Yes, we
adopt.
can. Yes, we can. Oh, I'm just
I
kidding.
know you come from like, you know,
Sorry.
whatever, but we're allowed now.
Yes, we
Thank
are.
God we don't live under someone like you,
Amen.
who, you know, beat the shit out of their multiple partners and most likely kids, and let them live literally in a damp, dark cellar.
We're here and we're queer, okay? Get real. Get
Thank
used
you.
to it. Trevor.
Yes, we are here and we're queer. If
All
I
right.
could, hey,
Right.
real
Amen.
quick, Justin, if I could take this one after
Please,
what
go
he
for it.
said. The reason that people have to foster kids
It's
is because of people like Dawn and Candace. There wouldn't be foster parents if every parent could do what they needed to do, and they didn't have people like Candace and Dawn losing kids at every turn they went. And if they couldn't escape CPS by going state to state, they probably would have lost kids sooner than they have now.
Yes.
So foster parents wouldn't exist if people like you could actually be parents. So
They had to
before you
put a
go
whole
after
new-
foster parents, how about you go after parents who can't parent?
They've had to put a new wing on every foster facility that Dawn and Candace, whatever state they've ever had to live in. You know, I talked to a lady yesterday who works in labor and delivery, and I was asking her, like, what's the threshold to take away a child? And she said it is at birth. She said it's the highest.
Yes.
And I said, well, what do you mean? She goes, like, the baby is in imminent danger, going to die, like, right out of the hospital because the mother, this is what she says, because the mother has been trying to kill it for 9 months in the womb.
Yep.
So good for you, Candace, for giving your daughter up.
Oh, she didn't give it up.
I know.
She didn't give it up.
I know. It was forcibly taken
They
from her.
brought her in a freaking ambulance, strapped down, cracked out.
Oh, I know. I was being facetious.
Yeah.
Because she makes it seem like it was a labor of love.
Yeah. Oh, well, they over there, they certainly do. Oh, that's the most selfless thing you can do.
You know, the most selfless thing
you
you do is quit smoking and drinking and take some prenatal vitamins and
take
stuff
care
like
of your
that.
children.
That's really, that's awesome. But you know, Candace is a 13-year-old at heart, and Dawn knew that when he met her.
Yep.
And Dawn's almost 20 years older than her. And I would say that Candace is one of Dawn's victims. However, I believe that they've lived a life of crime together. And now, she's not a victim, she's a co-conspirator per se in what has been going on.
At least 1,000 times, Molly. Thank you.
But Dawn's a liar. And what was he talking about? The nasty photos of his children. I found that. What was that about? Was he talking about how she's dirty or something?
Nasty.
Did you hear that?
Photos.
Yeah, he's like, oh, not everybody shares the nasty photos of their children. Did you hear that?
Do you hear that, Trev?
No.
Guys, what are you guys doing? I heard it loud and clear.
No, I believe you. I'm not saying I just missed that. I was off for a second.
I just didn't understand what he was talking about. What does he mean by that? Is he talking about her being dirty? Because he was like, he said something like, you know, not everybody shows the nasty photos of their kids. And I don't think he's talking about, like, you know, in that way. I think he meant
like dirty,
like the filthy, dirty photos or what, something. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
But we've seen those too.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about,
well, that's what he's saying. He's saying that their love is so deep and their passion to get Summer back is so deep that they shared even those photos.
Oh, like the photos that they couldn't give law enforcement the day she went missing and Robin had to give them, those photos, or different photos?
Right.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've taken photos of my kids when they were dirty, like when they stuffed their face in a cake and then I cleaned them off, you know, later. Or, you know, maybe playing in the mud when they're little kids. Done that. But, you know, it's the question is not, first of all, he wants to single out Mary. Rhonda's the one that came up and cooked your ass, Don. And Rhonda doesn't want anything to do with your dad's house. She doesn't care about it. But that's not what you're mad about. You're mad because you told and by the way, the FBI has this. They have this. Don was telling his dad that Candace put her in the septic tank. He was telling her dad, he would call him like 3 or 4 times a day. The FBI came to his house. He didn't want to talk to him, but he gave up that information. That's what Don's mad about. Don's mad because his own father suspects him.
Absolutely.
Take it up with him.
Yeah. And I don't know why it's so like, there we go. Maybe that's better. I'm just trying to show.
I can see my pores.
I know, me too. I'm sorry.
It's all right. My skin's getting better.
This is Don. This is Don on any Saturday.
Oh, they just seen that. You're a dumbass.
That's true. I agree with her.
I'll suck your dick later.
That is fucking live, you dumb bitch.
Nice.
You are stupid, man.
Wait, can you pause that for a second? Can you pause that for a second? That's the daughter. That's the mother of a missing girl that he's talking to, folks.
Yep.
Daisy's chat. Listen up. This is how Don talks to the mother of his children. They have a mutual child missing, and I just want you to understand that we are so foul to Candace and so mean to her. First of all, I've never called Candace a dirty bitch, anything like that. Now, look, I'm not going to tell you what's in my mind or in my heart, and I'm just not. But I've never said anything like that. All right,
never.
sorry.
I've never said anything like that either. I don't think.
No, Don says it for you.
Yeah. Yep. Listen, look at Don.
Oh, they just seen that.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You scratched my back. That's all I asked.
Watch this. 3, 2.
And he's holding back.
Oh, they just seen that. You're a dumbass. They just seen you punch me in my throat. You're a dumbass.
The thing about Don is he is sneaky. He is sneaky.
Yeah, well, he certainly is sneaky, and when you read these police reports of him where he's like hiding and stuff, it is so like he's not as sneaky as he thinks. Like specifically, if he's hammered.
Oh, if he's hammered, no, but he likes to go. He's just the weaselly. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Just weaselly. He doesn't want. Like he was holding back there when he hit Candace. Obviously.
How many times did he mention Chris and I today? That we ruined his life. Okay.
Chris can't hold a job. He literally doesn't done nothing. He just takes in this money.
Who said that? He said that? He can't hold a job.
He said he couldn't hold a real police job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? He only was a police officer for like 30 years.
And then he said, what did he do on Monkey's case?
Well, that's none of his business. But I can assure you that it's much more than anybody knows, including you, including Justin and Trevor and me for that matter. And but I know for a fact that it's a lot more than any of us know.
Well, look at him standing there at the press conference. They don't just invite anybody to stand. I mean, he's sitting there behind the chief of police or whoever that is in that picture. I mean,
if you were to ask me, it would look like this is just my opinion. He's standing right there. It looked like he would be the lead detective. I'm not saying he was.
Right.
I'm just saying, right, that's when he was standing where the lead detective.
You never know where someone is and what they're doing.
Well, how many other detectives did you see up there?
None.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get there by accident. That's all I can say.
Right.
He climbed under the crime scene tape and
he just photobombed. He just jumped back there. He said, "Picture."
Right. Right. But
He was standing behind that big poster board, and then when they turned the camera on, he was like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" That's not what happened. Hey, what's
you
up?
know,
What's this?
Where you at, Don? You watching Girls Gone Wild, you little perv?
yes, anybody that
He's so mad about that.
he doesn't like getting called out on his BS. He doesn't.
Yeah, well, who does? Does
Well,
anybody?
especially when you're a, you know,
And the fact that like
a
Daisy,
multi.
and I don't know Daisy from like a hole in the wall. She says she's a nurse. Kind of a nurse would like not have the victim in like I said this before. If Daisy is a nurse or was a nurse, and I don't know if she was or she is, but you'd go in for a hangnail and you'd leave with a limb gone. I mean, who acts that way? Who talks like that? Who coddles somebody like Don? He's a panty snatching admitted pedo.
Yes, and wife or DV multiple times over. Child neglect at the very least. Just on and on and on. And he has lived. Hold on, my cats are going to flip my wigs. Hold on.
I bet it's a real wig too. Lipstick boy.
No, but imagine a nurse being the one to say, how have you gone this long without saying anything? Why didn't you say anything earlier?
I know.
I couldn't
it makes
imagine.
no sense, Trevor. It really doesn't. And like,
who's not on the side of the victims, the actual victims? I mean,
did somebody said that Christine pulled up her RN license? I'm not okay. I don't know if she is a nurse or not. I'm just saying, holy shit.
well, I mean, to me, it makes it even more scary that she is.
I know we have a nurse crisis in America, but good God, I mean, you know, I would think that we could probably get some. I don't know. I would probably rather be treated by a middle schooler that was wanting to be a doctor someday for a toenail that was infected for me. I'm just saying. I'd be like, hey, I'll go with the inexperienced one. Got a better shot.
I mean, can you like, as someone who you would, as a nurse, you would think you would see our victims, right? You know, our kits and everything like that, and you would think you would have a little bit more a lot more compassion for them.
Right. What's an LPN? Is that like like a CNA?
No, it's above a CNA but below an RN.
Jackie's right. A true nurse would stand against abusers, and especially it doesn't.
It's not an RN.
By the way, let's correct one more truth, and they'll just continue to ignore this fact. This simple fact is that this isn't the first time that it was brought to law enforcement. So, and it wasn't even in this, decade. And Don's daddy, the one that he called and told that Candace had put Summer in the septic tank, quietly call him 4 times a day, was the one that put a kibosh to it. And then after that, then Don goes on to say, my daddy destroyed my mama. Like, well, that's horrible. That's horrible. I really I'm truly sad about that. But it doesn't seem, then maybe that's not the only woman's life that he's destroyed. And he's you're a chip off the old block.
Oh, guaranteed.
Right, but it's just telling all these stories to try to take away from what he did. It's, all this stuff happened, so don't talk about what I did.
Right. And he wants to, yeah, exactly. He wants to talk about everybody else. Everybody. It's like, dude, you are in, I don't know. I've never, with every allegation and even proven court reported thing that has gone on, with Dawn. It is the fact that there are people in nurses apparently that find him. What did she say? That he was kind, compassionate, and honest.
Yes.
That I think that she meant you're the antithesis of that.
Yeah, that had to have
Like-
been like opposite day or like something. I mean,
You
Yeah.
know, when I think of Don, I don't think of him as kind, compassionate, and caring. That's not the definition that I.
Don't break my door, you effing pee.
Yeah.
you in the ground.
Oh, they're gonna see that.
I'll
run you right
in the ground.
It's mental.
No, and there's a fine line between your theory and then just defending someone who's a horrible person. You can sit here and think that, maybe they're not responsible for what happened or there was something that they couldn't help or whatever. But you
Yeah.
cannot tell me that you think that and then you can also sit here and just defend them. There's not you can't do both. I mean, you can't sit here and tell me they're good people. You have whatever theory you want. We could all be wrong about our theories. But come on.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
cannot
and
look
then-
and say that they're great people.
And by the way, and another thing that he wants to say was, well, Josh, Chris are using Mary, and they keep using Mary. And I put this in Daisy's chat, and it got deleted instantly. And I said that Mary got a hold of me about this, and I just thought I would be like, "Hey, bud, why don't you, how about not threatening? You can say, you can feel however you want, and say, yeah, they're lying about this, but you threatened her. You threatened her.
Mary got in touch with y'all.
Yeah.
You guys didn't go.
Yes. They had already went to the FBI before of us. And we never told anybody to change their story. And by the way, if these are false allegations, then Mary, Jeannie, and Rhonda would all be in jail.
Bingo.
But do you hear them even try to imply that this is about YouTube, like how she has a channel?
Oh,
How-
yeah.
Oh,
her
my
channel's
God.
her channel's thriving. Yeah, it is a cash cow.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I love Mary's channel, but she does. It's not like some 100,000 sub
Right.
cooking
She does
channel.
it for just to do it.
She doesn't
just
talk
to
about
put her-
summer on there. It's the weirdest thing.
And that's exactly right.
But I love her wings. They're so good. So people should sub to her channel because it's
Absolutely.
fantastic. It's a great
Birthed
cook.
7 children today and has 0 of them. 7 good mama my ass. Yeah.
They're just mental, and Daisy, I don't know, man. There was a time where I was like, Daisy's harmless and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff, but to continue to blame victims of something. By the way, they're like, do they have any? I heard Christine say, do they have any proof? Yeah, we do. We have 7 confessions. Okay,
Yeah. It takes 1.
from Don. He said it to me 10 times personally, and I have 2 of them on tape. One time he called in and admitted it to the world.
Yep.
Many times.
He's admitted it many times.
Of course. So that's what I don't. Is he still on there?
I don't think so.
Where'd he go?
Who knows? He's probably
Don,
watching this.
come over here.
Yeah, come on up, Don.
Come just answer the question. Did you threaten Mary? Yes or no? That's really what this is all about. Did you threaten Mary? Yes or no? Did you send that text message? Okay, that's the question. Did you send that text message? Because if you did send the text message, then you did threaten her. So, did you threaten Mary? All right, well, it's up to you. If you want to address that or not. You don't want to address Rhonda, that's fine. And I get that. I wouldn't want to either. I don't blame him.
Well, I clipped a little something from your channel the other day of him saying there was no third, and he
Yeah.
was like, Don, yes, there was.
Right.
Yes, there is. And then obviously Rhonda comes out and it's like, boom.
And by the way, I want to say this as well. Why is he so scared of Tim Mullen? Like, why does he let Tim Mullen just run everything? What's going on there?
That's a
So
good question.
Nana's Dragonfly, real quick. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna read the text message right now. I'm gonna let Mary finish up what she's doing, and then I mean, it's not gonna matter because, and the reason that like you go public about this is because Don's crazy enough to drive 120 miles an hour across the country, and meth heads do crazy things.
That's exactly right.
But why is he scared of Tim? Why does he let Tim talk about like organ harvesting and
people drive
child
me nuts with the
trafficking?
organ harvesting. I'm like, guys, you don't even know what kind of sophistication that
Right, but that's what I'm
entails.
saying. Like, so why does he just let? And then he goes on to say, somebody said that he said on share, so that he asked him to take one of the posts down, and the post never actually came down. So Don's either lying or Tim is refusing, and I would lean more towards Don lying, but I could see Tim refusing because for some reason Don Wells is beholden to Tim Mullen, and I don't know exactly why. I'd like to find out and share it with everybody else.
And Lake Superior just said it. Tim has the dirty on Don.
Probably.
I think Tim has more, and I think he holds it just like this. I think he's got something on those phones, potentially. Phones that who knows if even law enforcement has.
Right. Well, and like I said, I would just like to know, we don't have to talk about anything else. And everybody will be like, don't talk to Josh. Don't talk to, okay, because I'm not going to shove my head up his ass and be like, Don, how are you? You're
Never.
so kind and sophisticated and sweet. And I don't want to ruin your good name. Good name? Oh my God. What the hell? Did you hear that? Oh, my good nature. He really reminds me of that thing on the Goonies, the one they lock in the like in the bottom of the cave. What's his name? The one that goes, "Hey, you guys!" You remember him?
He reminds me of like, I don't know, like a 70-year-old surfer.
Sloth.
Dumb.
Sloth.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen Sloth before?
No.
Can you bring it up? Just type in Sloth Goonies, and this is what reminds me of this reminds me of him. It's the best.
Sloth Goonies. Oh my God.
Hey, you guys.
In his Superman.
I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys.
This?
That's him. I could see Don wearing the Superman shirt with suspenders, cut off sleeves.
Absolutely.
But the hair is uncanny. The resemblance.
Yeah.
Such a jerk
So is the teeth.
Sloth actually has really nice teeth compared to. Hey, you guys. But anyway, yeah, he's just go ahead and I'm sorry, play with
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm
I was just trying to remember some of the things that he said potentially, but where am I? Okay, there I go.
Washing dishes in a restaurant because I didn't have nothing. I felt like I had to support myself best I could. And I thought that was the right thing to do.
Was this before or after the breaking and entering charges?
When he was making $2 an hour?
Yes.
I don't know. The volume's low.
Is it low? Hold on. Let me see if it's
Big
better.
time.
Was that better?
It was actually worse because I couldn't hear anything.
Perfect. All right. Okay. Just continue talking while I fix it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
where were we? Don the asshole. Okay. So picking up where we left off in 1972, Don stole a can of paint allegedly from an Ace Hardware and huffed it. No, I'm just kidding. I made that all up. Don't sue me for that, Don. I admit it. It was wrong.
You know what? There's
He poured the glue in
probably-
his face and got high.
There's probably something there. He's probably in an Ace Hardware store somewhere in the 70s. Guaranteed.
He would never go in there because they don't sell red panties.
They sell red paint.
It's probably a true story. Dude, Chris said one of the funniest things when they were talking about doing like a documentary about his like when they said they were gonna like release some footage of his life, and Chris is like, where are they gonna get all that from? CCTV?
That's
Like,
perfect.
yeah, every arrest that's caught on camera.
Oh, I think I'm under the wrong microphone. Maybe that's what it is.
Don said this on Daisy's earlier.
Tell me if this is better. Hold on. Never mind.
Hey, you guys.
Goons.
It's not better. It's worse, actually.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Anyway, so, I don't even know. So he says like he's got to tell his truth and all this stuff. I mean, so that was his goal today. Like that was his goal.
He wanted people to feel he was on a sympathy tour,
Right.
is what he was on.
Right.
Feel sorry for me because I just,
because he was
just
pissed
threatened.
off about what I did last night.
Yep. He just
Okay, so be mad at me, Don. Be mad at me. All right, I'm the one that said it. I'm the one that put it out there. I'm sure he is mad at me, but like, I was the one that said it. I'd be mad at me. I don't care. But you threatened Mary, and that's really the long and short of it. There's nothing else to talk about when it comes to this. This is he has threatened Mary.
Well, it's just like I said when I was on Daisy's panel. There'd be nothing for them to have to come out about if Don didn't do these things. Mary wouldn't have to say anything about being threatened if he didn't threaten her. And she wouldn't have to come out with these allegations of what he did to her if he never did these things. It's pretty simple.
Right.
And Don, I mean, if you want to, go grab a beer and a meth pipe, we can have this conversation off the air, because I'm telling you, what you did is you committed a crime, and you should be in trouble for it. And not just any crime. You're going after Vic. The text, what the text said was, you think that you're going to just ruin my family or mine and my wife's life even more. You better think again, or something like, I don't exactly know, but yeah. Now she's talking about all three of you guys. Good. Hi, Daisy. How are you?
Hey. Oh, Justin, she's also still going on the thing that you P-bombed her last night.
Was that you?
No.
Of course not. That's what she's saying.
And by the way, there was other channels today that got P-bombed. And
how does that keep happening?
And Daisy, or not Daisy, Smiley got P-bombed a couple nights ago too.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
I mean, it's so play the fiddle, it's just they have no argument. They have absolutely no argument. It is nothing more than just a sympathy tour, no accountability. I mean, look at all of the turmoil before Summer went missing in their lives, right? Candace still
I agree.
had, right, 3 children that she didn't have in her care before Summer went missing.
Oh, apparently she said I did it too. That's funny.
Nice.
It's nothing. She just wants attention.
Of
She
course.
just wants attention. That's all it is. She has nothing. Yet she's sitting over there talking that we P-bombed whenever this guy actually AR'd people.
This
Yeah.
is all, by the way, with Summer's name in the title. Let's just remember that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Hashtag Summer.
yeah, I don't understand that.
You literally can't get any more delusional.
So
I mean-
both of you guys P-bombed her last night? That's amazing. And she fell for it twice.
Apparently everybody P-bombed her.
How does she know? I mean, how does she know? How does she?
Yeah. How
tell
would
the
you know
difference?
who it was? She has nothing. She has nothing. I've never done something like that. I wouldn't waste my time with
Of course
her.
not. If I'm in her back chat, you know, because the next second I'm on panel.
Yes.
And come on.
Oh, did she put you up?
No, not yesterday, but I'm saying other times that I've been there, I never just go into the back chat. I'm there. I'm up on panel, and people hear it.
The funniest part is how they, I'm sure, I don't know if you saw my show last night, but I talked about how they were talking about getting people's IP addresses and they can't even block people in the studio. Like, what? I have your IP address that's attached to your wiener. And you're like, nah,
I
I
have the
don't think
coordinates
so.
of your nearest internet
That's
pole.
funny.
We got your IP address with your wiener written on it. It's just like, what? They can't, like I said, they can't even properly run a live. Like, it's the craziest thing ever. How do you not know after, like, how do you, at what point do you just go, you know what? Like, I can only let people up that I know. It's
Yeah, I mean, I really generally only let people up that I know.
really
I mean,
that's smart.
I don't do a lot of panels, period. You know, only with
I do 0.
Yeah, you guys taught me that early on, thankfully.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I thought that one time I
I'm
thought you were
telling
gonna
you.
get. I thought you were going to get P-bombed.
Yeah, and I
And
was sitting there and like I couldn't put the overlay, and I was like sitting here
I
in my
was
chair. I'm like,
so
no.
I
No.
was like, I don't want to see. I don't want to see this guy's dong. And it was like a slow burn. You know, I was like,
Yeah, no, it was bad. I was like, no.
just not. I'm not excited here. I'm just sitting there staring right at the screen. Ah!
Yeah. Yeah, ever since then I was like, no, I'm just not. Nobody's coming up.
I got kicked out of her calling herself a creator. What does she create?
Oh, I'm timed out for at least 24 hours.
Oh, I said victims matter, and I got blocked. So, or timed
Oh,
out.
wow. Really? That's cool.
Yes, I saw Trev. Right.
That's all I
victims
said.
matter.
I said
and it was
victims
like,
matter.
click.
Yeah,
Victims don't matter over there, Trev.
No, like I said, it's selective advocacy, which just is no advocacy. You can't choose what victims matter. They either all matter or you don't care. It's not.
Absolutely.
It's not the whole. Well, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not saying it's wrong. Too bad. And you're saying it's right. Get out of here.
Exactly. Daisy's sticking up for Dawn, and Daisy's family with more makes me wonder if so Dawn tells Daisy's chat they are getting their kids back. Do people believe that? Yes, they do. They actually do believe that over there.
Oh, they had the bright idea of saying, Dawn, if your kids are watching, what would you say to them right now? Hey, Christine, they're not supposed to talk to their kids. I'm not sure if you heard the news, but like you heard the info we got. They're not supposed to be talking to their children.
Listen,
Kind of why they're not living at 110 Ben Hill Road with their parents.
listen, I want people
literally just give me a splitting headache.
Oh, this is gonna break your back. The other day, I heard Daisy say that they found chariots from the Exodus of the Israelites leaving Egypt in the Dead Sea.
Afghanistan.
What?
And I'm going, really? Did I miss something? And and I'm like, that's awesome. And then I was like, look for it, and I go, oh, it's another QAnon thing.
Yes.
And then she said, then she says, or somebody lady on her panel said that the U.S. government was buying guillotines by the hundreds of thousands for the
Yes.
end of times.
Yes.
And people are in the chat going, wow, awesome. And then she
Uh-huh.
goes, they literally found Noah's Ark, y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I think that they found something like that, but nobody's ever confirmed that they found Noah's Ark. That's
Right.
confirmed, y'all.
Yes.
Like, holy
And she says
Jesus.
that's why they want to get rid of TikTok.
Ugh.
That's exactly. That's you're going.
And
to
it
get rid
always
of
goes
TikTok.
back to Biden and corporate America and World War III.
Oprah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ellen was the topic of trafficking that one night. Ellen.
Right, of course. Tom Hanks. That Tom Hanks is sure he keeps such a low profile. It's not like he's not making a movie every 3 months, and he's one of the biggest child traffickers in the world.
That darn Adam Sandler playing basketball in his big shorts. What is he doing out there?
Yeah, and if I got to hear about Megan Walsh one more time, like, come on, dude. The lady is crazy.
Well, she said that Maui burned from one end of the island till the other.
Oh, the whole island's gone? I didn't know that.
The whole island burned.
It's
And
news to me.
Not even people thinks Hawaii is like really little, really, really little.
It's not.
It's not really that little. I've been to Hawaii several times, and it's just because it's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that it looks really little, right? It's
the Pacific Ocean.
Could you be more Pacific?
It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. That's what she would say.
Hey, y'all, did you ever hear what happened at Pearl Harbor in 1941?
Yeah.
They found the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, but then she said there was these man-made laser beams, and they were basically being shot onto the poverty areas in Maui, which there is no poverty in Maui. I'm just going to tell you that. I mean, where I've been in Maui, there's not much poverty. It's like, it's expensive to live, but it's like, anyway. And if you had a blue roof, only the people with the blue roofs and something about blue umbrellas was the only ones that stood.
Well, also I also heard that there's a specific day at Disneyland. If you wear a red shirt on gay day, it means you're a single gay.
Really?
Yeah. When are we going, Trev?
I'm sorry?
When are we going? Get your red shirt ready, buddy. We're
red shirt. Got it. Yep. Don't know what it's for, but my red shirt's on.
Hey, y'all, they're wearing red shirts.
And then there was something else she was saying. Well, she certainly believes in the flat earth.
No, that's not true.
She really does.
It's true. I fell off of it. I fell off of it last weekend. The edge of it.
She didn't. You heard her say that she believes that.
Oh, I clipped it. And yes. And something about...
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's worse than I thought.
Something about there's like a dome. I don't know. It's kind of like we're in a snow globe, I think. And then, of course, the moon landing never happened either.
Right. Yeah.
And Aunt Sherry, she's in here right now. She's like, "Oh yes, it did. Oh yes, it did. I saw it."
Look, I didn't go to the moon, so I don't know if it happened or not. I'm guessing it did, but I'm pretty sure that the Earth isn't flat. I'd bank one of those or the other. I think they're both. I do not believe the Earth is flat, and I do think that we went to the moon, but I don't care.
Well,
I really don't. I'm not into NASA. I don't like rockets. I don't like atmospheric pressure, barometers. I hate all that stuff.
I think since Daisy doesn't believe in it, her and Dawn should get in a rocket together and see where it takes them.
Well, hopefully to the moon that we never went to.
Exactly. That's what. If she doesn't believe in it, get in the rocket then. Get in the rocket.
She does not
Can you imagine
really
her in a rocket?
believe. She doesn't really believe the earth is flat. You have that clip. Can I hear it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Is that hard for you to bring up?
probably, but
I feel it's necessary.
let me see here.
Oh my God.
Might be easier on my phone. Let me find it here. I've got so many things clipped of her. It's just incredible.
Stephanie says the earth isn't flat. I agree, Stephanie. Thank you.
Yes.
The earth is flat.
I'm telling you, I fell off of it twice last week, but whatever.
Yeah, and then they start going into you would see the curvatures at some point.
Well,
You don't see
get in an
any
airplane.
bends.
Stay at the same elevation, and you'll see that it's round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually not a globe. It's just a third grade foldable you made. You just folded up the paper. That's why the earth looks round.
I like it. I've never met somebody that actually believed that.
Hold on. Let me see if this is it.
I don't believe a lot of these scientists. They make up bullshit. Like, I don't even believe people have been to the moon before. Haven't you heard that conspiracy that the guy that supposedly said he was the first one?
But I watched the moon landing in 1969 on July.
And that was not real, Auntie Sherry. That was all studio.
I watched it.
It wasn't real, though.
Prove it, Sherry.
Tell him,
Well, there are
Terry.
videos out right now. The guy that supposedly landed on that moon saying that it wasn't real, that it was all a big hoax. Hang on, your text freezing up on me.
Okay, then they took an American flag.
If we get to the moon,
I'm
that's
curious.
just a big hoax.
Hey, Justin.
What? Do you hear that? And the world might not even be round. Do you hear that?
Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry, I interrupted. I was just wondering why the globe industry wasted so many round globes when they knew the whole time it was flat.
I know.
It's weird.
It's all just a freaking hoax.
Yeah, I don't believe that the moon landing happened. I think Stanley Kubrick is the one that video recorded that, and he actually put little spots of that into other movies that he did, like The Shining, and a couple of other Eyes Wide Shut.
Apollo.
There are some things he put as like little breadcrumbs to let us know that was actually a staged thing.
Well, why wouldn't he just say it?
Exactly.
Okay,
Why does there have to be breadcrumbs and
Do
everything?
some research. Auntie Sherry, do some research.
I mean,
Yeah, you would think that making flat globes would be a lot cheaper.
yeah.
You wouldn't have to get the
It'd be easier to
rounding
ship.
machine. It'd be easier to. Yeah, you could get one of those flat rate boxes from US.
Yeah.
The post office
It
instead
fits
of
and ships.
yeah, fits it ships. It's flat it up, send it out. I think that the globe industry really messed up here. It's called a map. No, we're talking about globes. We're not talking about maps. We know maps are flat. We get that. And they
So now the area they represent is also flat.
I've never seen such.
brain activity flat like the earth.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
Nothing. Like they got nothing going on over there.
That's all right. Well, that's why they have Dawn up so you can talk about the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
I've whatever. Dawn, you threatened Mary. You did. That's the long and short of it. The Earth, I'm pretty sure, is round. And I don't think that DB Cooper filmed the moon landing.
Of course he threatened her, and of course it'll be defended. It's just like it's the same thing. It's that same thing as the video you had on your channel from all that time back when Don said he was going to put me in the ground. That was my fault.
I remember. Yeah.
According to them.
I know.
Yes,
I
he
know.
did say that to you, didn't he, Trev?
Yeah.
God, I remember when I first heard that. I was like, wow, And then somebody goes, you know, that kid's like 20, and I was like, oh my god.
That's when I found your channel.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know. I didn't know about you, and then people were like, oh yeah, you got to talk this kid. You know, he's been there for the beginning, and he's a really nice kid and all this stuff. And I'm like, kid, and I go, Don's talking to somebody, a kid like this. I know it wasn't DB Cooper. I was just joking.
The crazy thing is what started that was I told him he probably shouldn't go on YouTube panels and just start screaming and cussing.
What's that?
I said the crazy thing is what started all that is I told him that he should probably not go on panels and cussing like he was that night, screaming at YouTubers. We were having a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, him and I have had many conversations. And it's funny because he goes, you've recorded every conversation I ever had. And it's just not true because him and I have had many conversations, and each one of them are worse than the next.
It just doesn't get any better, does it? It's
no. And then at one point, you know, he called me, he called me the N-word a bunch, and which, you know, like I didn't care, but like it was, but like I didn't record any of those phone calls, and I should have, but I didn't. But at the same time, like, what more do we need to hear about, you know, from Don? Don admitted to me that it is possible that Candace lied to him about what happened to Summer. He said it. I heard it. Yes, I have that. I actually have that clip. You know.
Well, you know, Don said, Candace, you're going down.
Yeah.
Who says that about their beloved wife who is so heartbroken about Oliver?
I've played that on my show. I did a show about it before. We're talking about when Don said that. And yeah.
Hey, Cher. We're Karens, I know.
I don't know. Is she serious or not?
No, she's not serious.
Okay.
She's just being.
Just wondering.
Cher, please get Dawn away from her. Oh my God. I mean, protect Dawn. I mean, Jesus.
It's amazing to see like 700 in somebody's chat with like 55 likes. I've never seen anything like that.
No, because they're all blocked. Everybody is blocked.
They're like, I bet somebody said, like, I bet Josh was watching in the bushes. I'm like, I'm trying to get out of the damn bushes.
Yeah.
I was put in the bushes.
Yeah.
Let me up on panel. That wouldn't happen though. They got no juice for the Albert Brooks. Why doesn't King keep
this is the thing. I mean, you see, you know, what they're seeing is Daisy is the one side to Don, right? She doesn't see who Don. Yeah, everybody's blocked. She doesn't see the other sides of Don. She only sees the sides and wants to see the sides that she wants to see.
Well, let me, and this will be the reverse attack on us. Okay. I'm a scammer. You're a tragedy pimp. Yes. Trevor's gay, and Trevor's gay, and Don's and Chris is a dirty cop. I just made that up about you, Trevor, because I don't know what they say about you.
Well, they say he's a 2-year-old.
Well, didn't they say that, like, yeah, she tried to make it seem like
yeah, she said I was obsessed.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're obsessed, Trevor. What's wrong with, like, almost insinuated like Trevor's involved or something like that. And I'm like,
well, who hasn't? And her chats asked me. They didn't get blocked. I'm blocked over there. You know who's not blocked? The person that said I had Summer or asked if I did.
Justin, I really don't know if she's serious or not. I can't tell. I don't know her like that.
Who?
Cher.
She
said she was serious.
She's not being serious.
Okay, well, I don't know if she is or she isn't.
I think, I mean, maybe
Oh yeah, Trevor P bombs people. That's what he goes around doing.
Trevor the P bomb. Well, she said that I was P bombing, and no, never gonna do that. Justin, has anyone thought about the boys Candace was with Hunter? Oh well, listen. Candace needs to be very careful because Candace isn't out of the woods either with H potentially.
That's true.
Because I don't know if I've talked to you about this, Josh, or you know about it, but people are talking
About what?
um
Candace
about
and her grooming ways.
yes.
And I don't even know if she is or she isn't, but I do know that I see a lot of pictures with a lot of teenagers that are smoking cigarettes with their shirts off.
Yeah, and they got alcohol in their they've got alcohol
Look,
in their
hey,
hands.
Cher, I don't know if you're serious or not, but I had a conversation with Mary this morning. So you might, I don't know if you are serious, but I had a conversation with Mary, and I wouldn't mind sharing it if you want me to. If you're serious or not. I don't know if you are or not. So if you are serious and you're telling us this, let's talk about that conversation that Mary and I had this morning.
You're all at her if she wants to come up. You're Cher, if you want to come up, you're welcome
Yeah, I
to.
mean, I'm just saying.
No pressure, but you're welcome to. I didn't see what she said.
Just throwing out the olive branch there.
Yeah, I'm a snake. I'm a sinner. I'm a Daisy chicken dinner. Daisy's a witch. Daisy is. I don't even know. There's not even a definition for Daisy other than cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, that's it.
Maybe she's crazy like a fox.
I mean, I've never seen someone just like blame.
Oh,
She
okay.
said, let's
Cool.
not
All
use
right,
your
fine.
gut.
Good enough. Whatever. Sounds good to me. I got you. Loud and clear. Let's see. Did you know that there's a Chinese satellite or a Chinese and Japanese satellites that both take pictures of the Earth every like 30 seconds? Like they have dedicated satellites like orbiting the Earth. I just found that.
I'm sure the USA has that and then something.
I don't think they care that much anymore, but yeah.
But I don't think it's for civilians. That's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like when the MH370 went down.
Yeah. Where'd Trevor go?
Here he is. Trev.
Sorry, it kept dropping me off.
That's okay, Trev.
She wants a link.
Who is?
Cher says.
Cher wants a link.
That's what she said.
Yeah, if she just said she didn't a second ago, so I'll drop her a link if she wants one, of course.
Daisy tells Dawn to stay off Cher's panel. She's trouble. Dude, if we get P-bombed, we're in big trouble.
She requested. Yeah, Trev fell off the flat earth.
Slipped right off the edge.
Cher, can you get Dawn over here too?
Yeah.
That'd
Go
be
ahead.
cool.
We could just have a
I'll
powwow.
talk to either one of you, but
So I guess she doesn't know about the Mary story.
who?
Is that what you mean?
No, she does.
Okay.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, how come? Yeah, no. How come nobody takes it? It's right. No, why does nobody like fly a drone off the edge of the earth and like get video footage of it?
They have a solution for that in the flat Earth theories. It's something. I don't know how it works because I believe in the Earth is pretty much round. Honestly, let my kids play with Chucky. Okay, cool. It was called My Buddy though, wasn't it? Called My Buddy
I don't know.
in the 80s. Oh, I dropped a chair. Here, we'll drop it again. You had a My Buddy? Yeah. I had a My Buddy in the 80s.
Because gravity stops on 16 corners. I don't know how many. I would think that a flat Earth would have what, 4 corners, or is it like a hexagram? The
I
hell?
don't know. We'll have to ask Daisy for that. Daisy's the only one that would know. And her panel of like-minded people. Let's see what she's saying. Oh, I'm on my other one. No, everyone please be respectful. 1 second, y'all.
So, how you doing, Trev?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I don't know. Don won't leave. He's cash up. Well, yeah, I was wondering if maybe Don could come up and answer that question too. That would be fantastic.
All right. Sorry, there's Cher here. I can't see
Coming up
her.
for Dawn, she says.
She's coming up with Dawn?
No, for Dawn. It
Oh,
says, I'm coming up for Donald.
Cool. Sounds great.
Okay. Just let him know that the gays can adopt now.
All 3 of us.
Why do you always say that?
Because we're supporting our friend Lipstick Boy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, but
And the gays can adopt. It's 2000. You know what? Just don't be so close-minded, okay?
okay,
All
sorry. I'm really sorry.
All right. It's
God.
ridiculous, dude. That
Don's
expand
rubbing
horizon.
off on me, I think.
You don't want Don rubbing off on you.
No, that's for damn sure. Here we go. Real. Nobody's watching Daisy right now. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Everybody's. I mean, all you get is you're jealous. You
Mhm.
ain't no angel.
True. I am jealous too. Big time.
She can't see the link. I don't know. I'll drop it again. I keep dropping it.
Can I ask what exactly we're jealous of?
We are. Don said that he had, this thriving family and everything. And
do you have share blocked?
no, I don't.
Okay. because they're saying that she can't see the link if you drop it.
Mods, if y'all can copy and paste it.
I think they have.
I don't know. I've never heard Cher called Donald.
Like, and I don't have any issue with Cher, like personally or whatever. I don't know any,
I'm not gonna.
her
fight
personal
with her.
life. I don't know anything about it, and I don't care anything about it. But I'm
No,
telling you
same
that
here.
if you, huh?
I was just agreeing. I said same here. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're coming up here to cast aspersions, it's just not going to go well. So I mean, take the link or don't. But I got some stuff to say if that's the way we're really going to go.
She calls him. She always calls him Donald.
I don't care what she calls him.
Well, Don's known by a lot of different names. A lot of different names.
Yeah, Dickhead Don being the first one.
I can't copy Streamlabs with my phone.
I do not think it's a troll. Everybody keeps saying it's a troll, but I don't think it is.
No, I just looked from the mod setting or whatever. It's her account.
Yeah, I don't think she's.
I don't know. Isn't Cher at work? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think
It's her. I mean, I don't know if she's whatever's going on, but I mean, it's her account. Like, it's not some fake account where people are.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's her.
No, I mean, it goes right to her page. It's definitely her. I
I've
just don't
posted
know.
at least 3 times. I mean, I don't. Cal got the flat earther from Cam cracking cases because Cam read the Bible verse. Continued.
I'm at work, but I was sent this and told to defend. Why? Okay, well, she can't see the panel link, so whatever. I think that's probably the end of that.
Well, thank you, Barb. More propaganda maker talk about summer. This is the thing. Dawn and Candace should be worried not about me, not about Josh, not about Trevor, not about Chris, not about
But it can
us.
be about me. I don't care. Like they can put up the things that I've done and been accused of or whatever in my life. But my daughter's not missing, and I've never been accused of
What worry
anything
about
even
your
close to that.
family? Your
Oh, you mean the one that I
family
raised, the family that I raised and took care of, and both of my children, I am proud to say, are in college, thriving young men with great futures, better futures than anything that they're going to be. I'm no prize. I'm saying that they'll be 100 times better than me, and that was always my goal.
Yeah. I think that's all of our goals, as parents, is better than
So,
what we have.
whatever.
Let me see if I've got.
And even when I I had to pay child support like very early on in my kids' lives, and I paid every cent, every red cent, and I had my kids a whole lot.
Right. And like you was a young dad, right? Like you was
I was the youngest dad of all time.
Right. But what
I had 2 kids by the time I was 19 years old.
Right. But what I'm saying is you did it. You know what I mean? And so many
and it was
other
hard.
parents. It is hard. It's hard if you're 40.
I used to cry because I would go, I'm never going to sleep normal ever again.
Trust me, I had twins. I know.
It's tough, and so like I'm sympathetic to that, but I'm not sympathetic to is like people pretending like I'm a lot of things, and I've made mistakes, growing up, and I do think for some reason in life I probably matured a little bit later, I don't think I started to kind of figure life out. And when I say figured out, started to, I'm nowhere near any of that, but it took me it took me a while.
I don't know where I'm trying to find it. The
She wants you to
address.
email it to her.
Yeah, I'm trying, but
all in tanks. I wish that I wish I could have paid $30 a month in child support. That would have been sweet.
yeah, that wasn't going to happen. I mean, I don't know how much they pay now, but it seems like they're always broke because they're done a cash grab tonight, I believe.
Why can't Don speak for himself? Because every time he tries, he gets his ass handed to him, and he has no defense. So he's got to send other people to start, like, go defend me, please. Go defend me. Go defend me. Go defend me. No, I don't want to defend yourself.
Okay. Just emailed it, Chair.
Same, Jack. Same. Yeah, I was close to, it was somewhere around there.
I was 19 years old paying $400 a month.
Yeah, that's, you know how hard that is to come up with?
Oh my God.
I was literally scrubbing toilets at a Red Lion hotel at night.
Yeah, you was on the maintenance, right?
I did well, first I started out as the janitor, and then I got then I did some maintenance for a while, and then, but yeah, it was the, it was not a glamorous thing, and I wasn't exactly proud of myself. Like, I'm 19 and I'm going, oh boy, put myself in a hole.
But you're proud of it now.
Oh my God, dude. I couldn't imagine my life any different.
Right.
At all. I mean, my greatest accomplishment in life has been and will always be me raising my children. They're my biggest investment. They're my number one priority, even at
your
the
legacy
age that they are. And nobody's going to screw that up, screw their life up like my life was, just torn up from the beginning.
Yep.
So, that's just never gonna, it's just, I'm more proud of my children than I am anything. And I'm telling you, my kids are good kids. And I'm not saying that because they're my kids. If they could be anybody's, they're just good guys.
You want your kids to be good human beings.
And everything else works itself out, and they are good human beings.
Yes.
So I don't think she's coming up, but I'm gonna go. I gotta go eat dinner.
Okay.
But I am very proud, and thank you guys so much. Don, love you, buddy. We'll talk soon, I'm sure. Share, if you want to come on my show at on like an after dark or something, we can have that same conversation. If you want, you don't have to. Let me see.
Hold on, she's here. She's here.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey.
He's here. Okay. Making sure it's you.
I gotta try and come back. I can barely hear. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You're echoey, but yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on. What the fuck?
Feedback. Oops, wrong one. Yep, she fell off.
Hi. Should get closer. I don't think you're close enough.
So close up. I don't like it.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello.
What is that? The Osmonds. I'm a little country, a little rockin'. Okay, here she is. All right, Cher, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, actually, just coming up here, Don told me to let it go, but listen, I told him not to go do what he did tonight, but he still did it.
Yeah. I was
Right,
wondering.
but what about what you were saying in the chat to us, like that we're attacking the guy because his daughter's missing?
He feels attacked.
Yeah, he does, but why are you saying that for him? Why can't he come over here and say it? He went on Daisy's show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like, you know, I get you wanting to be a friend to him and support him, but like, he's a big boy. He can talk.
I think he gets tired of it, and then when he hears like
But he
you
wasn't
and Chris
tired of it an hour
McDonough
ago,
are,
Cher.
yeah, you know, I've been putting that off. He's been talking about doing that since my last show with him. I told him that would not make things look better for him and not to do it. I'm not sure why Daisy allowed that to happen, but then wants to talk crap about me for what I allow him to say on my show. Because if Daisy had any care in the world or actually supported Candace, which I know she doesn't, I know she thinks Candace did something to that baby, and she said it. I've got the recordings, and I let Dawn know exactly how she thinks. So don't trash me for what I allowed Dawn to say on my channel when I have actually, and everyone knows, I had the live set up and I kept pushing it back, and then I deleted it. That's why I hopped on Daisy's with it, because I wouldn't do it.
Well,
Daisy, shame on you, by the way.
She'll take whatever she can get with them.
Right,
That's Daisy.
right. But I knew it wasn't going to be helpful at all. Everyone thinks, okay, half the people think that it's clouded Summer's case by the stepsisters coming forward. Whether you're on that side or you're not on that side, I'm not on that
side.
And that's fair. But like, that's not how Dawn feels. I know that. And I think that allowing that stuff to be said, like on my show, it was not supposed to go that way. We were not planning at all to talk about Mary, but
that's triggered all he wants to do.
Yeah, it triggered him when she came in the chat. He got triggered. And
Dawn, you're watching.
Hard.
I know you're watching this right now, Dawn.
Yeah.
Why come on up, dude? Like, what are you doing? Like, this is ridiculous. You don't need a UN ambassador. No offense. I'm not saying anything.
Got to learn to control itself after 60 years.
Listen,
But
even being a creator, you guys, that's shadowing. Like, that's putting a shadow on Summer's case. Even letting him come on and spill that shit. I think I told Don, even when I heard him on Daisy's, I said, "This is a mistake, Don. This is a mistake."
Oh,
maybe he thinks that now. Candace doesn't like me. You're right, and that's fine with me.
And by the way, this isn't for my show. I'm asking you to come on Justin's show, not mine.
Candace does not like me talking to Don because she has straight out said it. She's afraid of me pulling information out of him. Tim Mullen is the same way. If there's no information, and Don knows, he's even said it, you guys know, Don knows exactly how I feel. And I said it to him again today. I think Don is innocent, but I don't trust the people around Don, including his wife, Candace, what up, and Tim Mullen. And he knows how I feel, and he continues talking to me.
Well, that's because he has a crush on you.
Oh yeah, but
I'm serious. I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't even need. I mean, if he really valued his marriage and would say, hey, you know, Dawn, I don't want you talking to her. Well, then he should.
Tried it. Tim Mullen this weekend after my last live tried to stop us from contacting each other again. I don't understand why, because my question was simple. Dawn, if what your sisters are putting before you is not true and has nothing to do with Summer's disappearance, ignore it. You said the police aren't talking to you and no charges are going to come. Okay, ignore it. Worry about your daughter. Plead for your daughter's return. None of you can do that in 27 months.
Listen, Cher will actually ask Dawn hard questions.
I am blunt with Dawn. I tell him exactly how I'm feeling, and people think I'm whatever playing him, but I haven't. And I can prove all that one day. I tell Don exactly how I'm feeling, and including if I hang up the phone, I feel like he's more culpable than I've been feeling. I tell him that. Well, Don, this looks bad. Like, I am blunt with Don.
Well,
I mean, she doesn't give the oohs and the ahs like Daisy. And
Cher, if Don's watching this, why can't he come? Why can't he come up?
I don't think he wants to give you hating Karens the clout. I'm sorry.
That's what he calls us, hating Karens.
Well, he just
Who said, who called us
Yeah.
hating Karens? Was it you or him?
No, him
Okay. All right.
on
Well,
my show.
okay. Hating
You're
Karens. Okay, that's
allowed.
fine. We're Karens. We don't like when people admit to, you know.
Maybe
Yep,
I'm brainwashed, but if everyone's going against Don, do y'all think that's fair? What if he's innocent, you guys? And
Innocent-
also, some of y'all need to be smarter and read between the lines. I'm
Okay,
sick
but-
of getting attacked.
All right, but innocent of what? What are we talking about? Innocent of what?
Jesus, I wish I could tell you. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. So
I wish we
did
could
he
all.
did he or did he not? Dawn, did you or did you not threaten Mary? Are you innocent of that? I'm not saying that he's innocent or that he's guilty of doing something to his daughter. I don't know that for a fact at all.
Yeah, I think he was just like defensive after, you know,
Rightfully so. But,
learning about the third victim coming out and saying, and sorry, he doesn't prefer me to use the term victim, but
Well, that's what she is,
That's
and
what it is.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah,
Don
and I'll
likes
tell
to
you
say
this,
he's
Dawn.
the victim.
Dawn, you're gonna make and pack that shit sandwich, and you're gonna eat it every day of your life, and you're gonna feel it every single day of your life, knowing that there's somebody out there that wants nothing from you, not a damn thing except to tell what happened to her, and you're going to embrace it, and you're gonna wear it like a badge of honor. You understand? It's never gonna stop, Dawn, as long as there's victims out there. So if you want to come up and talk, then talk. But anyway, Cher, I appreciate you coming up and talk. I want to talk to Don when he wants to. If he doesn't want to talk to me, he doesn't have to talk to me. I don't care.
Do you have his number?
Yeah, but I'm blocked 7 ways to the sun. Because he's a pussy.
He doesn't want. He doesn't want to.
Yeah. As far as that threatening Mary, I don't know. If he did, that's terrible. But I think he maybe just was like, you know, human and defensive. I don't know, because everything went left after my show. I'll say what I was going to say on my show that I canceled. After my last show with Don, somebody put into his head that my lines of questions that night came from the law, and am I recording him for the law? People around Don shouldn't worry about that if Don is innocent and if they are around him doing the right thing. They shouldn't worry about where did I get my questions from. But no, it wasn't from the law, Tim. And no, I haven't been recording Don, Tim. Why Tim is worried about that and putting shit in Don's head, I don't know. Sorry for cussing. But I found that very weird. And ever since my last live, if you watch Tim's postings, that's absolutely about me. I'm good at being fake nice, he says, and I'm such a storyteller. And, you know, he for Saturday and some of Sunday tried keeping Dawn away, but Dawn woke me up Sunday absolutely pissed. And that's when I got questioned about.
He missed you.
Is the law? Yeah, I mean, people try to get him to stop talking. The longest ever was when he was in jail, but otherwise it doesn't go more than, 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah,
but listen, there's people around him that are putting things in his head too. I know that, and I don't understand why. It makes certain people around him also look like they have something to cover up. It does. Why would Tim Mullen worry about where my question's coming from? Why?
Because
why is there someone like Tim Mullen involved? Was Tim Mullen doing something? There is, and I don't understand it. And I told Don, there's people around him. Listen, Josh, you said too that he's brought up Candace. All publicly, we've heard what he said. Candace is going down. He's got alibis. She's got none.
Yeah,
and
maybe true,
I've said it. Everyone knows. I've told Don numerous times, do you trust Candace? He still talks to me.
Yeah, but he's still a dick, so whatever. I mean, whether or not he had something to do with Summer going missing, his behavior towards people, women, children, yeah, everybody, it's just like, my goodness. Yeah, he is guilty of a lot of stuff.
I play devil's advocate a little, just to be fair. I
I got no
know
problem with
Don
that. Like I
has
said, I don't
been.
have a problem with you. Share. I got no problem with you.
Yeah.
The one thing I have a problem with is Don being so much of a coward that he has to send people to talk for him. Like if
Well,
Don
he
has
told me
something
to
to
never
say,
mind after I was like, I can't see the link. And he was like, just forget about it. And he
Right.
goes, you know, whatever. But, and he's a little nervous, you know, that I could be playing him too. But like,
well,
Don,
what
I
he
know you're
should be
listening.
nervous
Don't be
about is
nervous
somebody
about
knocking
anyone
on his
playing
door,
you. If you're
somebody
innocent, you shouldn't be worried about that.
asking him about threatening somebody who's filed a police report against him before. He should be worried about that. He's also on probation, so you know,
Oh,
probably not going to go that well.
I can't. I understand a lot of you in chat. I can see the chat. Are you near
Please be kind
frustrated?
to
And that's okay.
Share's
That's
being
fine.
fine. It's
panel.
not Share Share's not the
Yeah,
problem at
it's not.
all.
Yeah, be kind to
Don.
creators, please. Be
He
respectful.
sends you up here to take bullets for him. Like, what kind of a dude does that? Here, Share, why don't you go up there and just take all the hate for him? You tell him this, tell him
Yeah.
that.
Well, I
Don, you're
told him I
such a
would.
wuss.
And he was
Don,
like,
you are
he told me
such
it's
a
about
wuss,
time I
Don.
defend him.
You are such a coward.
So he doesn't feel like I've been doing a very good job taking his side and defending him. And I
Bummer.
apologize, Dom, but
Bummer.
I'm doing the best I can. But, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I don't stand by continuing to bash your sisters. I honestly think you should ignore it, Don. You should. It doesn't help you look better at all.
I agree.
Worry about Summer. If you think, and I know he's listening, so sorry, I'm just going to address him right now because I'm not going to call him after this. I am actually at work. But Don, it's the wrong way. And whoever is behind you saying that that's the right way, they aren't for you, my friend. Because
We
it's
know
not
who's saying
painting a good picture for you, Don. I tried to stop you for a reason, not because I'm a hater of you, Don. If anything, I take the most heat because I defend your ass.
We
So
love
don't
you,
do
Don.
that to me.
We love you,
I do.
buddy.
I love you, Don. And Candace knows I love you, Don.
Me
Not more
too.
than my husband, but you know.
I love Don more than your husband. And actually, I love your husband more than Don. Hey, Don, why don't you come up here and I just want to ask you if you threaten Mary or not. That's it. And then you can just say yes or no. And then when you say inevitably say no, then we'll catch you in another lie. But just wondering.
All right, I'm gonna hop down, but I
All
don't
right,
think
thanks,
there's
Share.
anything else I can add. But Don, that's
Thank you,
not a
Share.
Well,
good
I'm
look.
sorry that Don sent you up here to take bullets for him because he's
Well,
so much
I
of a
guess,
coward.
you know, I got a mind of my own and my fingers went on the StreamYard by myself. Don wasn't here holding a gun to my head.
No, he certainly wasn't, but he also didn't, try to protect you and say, you know what, why don't you just leave those Karens alone?
He did after I said I was going up. Then he said good
Right. He's
because I
happy.
haven't done a good job. And then he said never mind.
Yeah.
But I already took the link.
It's really hard to defend him. He's a very hard person to defend. Josh, people can use fake text messages though, not taking sides. I addressed that earlier and I said I'm sure that people say, oh yeah, it'll be a fake text message. And the law enforcement will figure that out when they pull the phone records if it's fake or not. And I can assure you that it's not fake.
Yeah.
I mean, on everything, I absolutely know that it's not fake.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I saw it too.
Yeah, I've gotten the same exact messages from him before where he's like, I'll beat the shit out of you.
It's out there on phone calls. It's recorded on phone calls.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
So I think that the people around Don should be focusing more on actually having the parents focus on Summer. Not continue with this BS and then go around and say it has nothing to do with Summer, because when this kind of stuff happens, it sure seems like it does have to do with Summer's disappearance. When my last show and one of my last questions is what flipped Tim, and when Tim's mad, Dawn is mad, that's weird to me. And the question is what your sisters are accusing you of have anything to do with Summer's disappearance? Did anyone that listened, I know some of y'all listened, hear an answer to that? Or did all hell just break loose at that?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's when everything started going crazy. Tim started his crazy postings. No, it was it
when he was on your
Saturday?
show?
Yeah, the last live I did, where all went
I'll
down.
go watch it tonight.
I heard some of I did hear some of it. I heard him lying his ass off a lot too, but that's neither here nor there. But I get it. He's in a bad
made them
spot.
think that the law had me questioning him, and it's not true. I don't record Don anymore. There's not anything that's been said new in 27 months almost. We're like a week away from that, I believe,
Oh,
or
he
so.
used to say all the time. He's like, "You're just like Cher." He would tell me that all the time. I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
whatever." Yeah, he'd get all mad.
Do you
But
look good
Don,
in lingerie too, Josh?
I do actually.
Oh
Oh
God,
my God,
I'm a
he
plus
is
size
so
model, but I look good.
Justin.
he is
All right,
so
I'm going back to
sexy in
work.
his
You all have a
lingerie.
good night.
All right, take care, Cher.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you,
Bye.
Chair, for coming
All right,
up.
I'm going to eat dinner,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go try on some lingerie.
All right, thank you,
All right.
Josh.
Take
Thank
care, guys.
you.
Thanks for.
Thank you, thank you, thank
See you,
you.
Trev.
See you, Josh.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Well, Trev, thank you for coming up as well. I am going to end it on that. It wasn't a good idea. It did not help him in any way tonight. For
Absolutely not.
him, it did not help him. The best thing Don can do is not worry about anyone other than himself, his family, and Summer, right?
If he knows he
Worry
can
about
truly
that.
stand on his innocence in whatever it may be, Summer's case or the other situations, then he should stay focused on his daughter. Because if you can stand on your innocence, that other stuff is not going to matter.
What more do you need is to stand on your innocence? There's nothing else.
But if you know you can stand by your innocence, then stand for your daughter. No, it's not. I'm not saying it should not be able to bother you what people say about you. We're human. It's going to bother you. But at some point, you have to say some of that cannot matter because what matters is that little girl who's been missing all this time.
I was what was the guy? It was Peter Hyatt. He said, I've never seen another I'm not saying this verbatim, but someone with a missing child care so much about. I mean, look at Jean Benet Ramsey or any, other family high profile that had missed a case. They didn't get on continually social media and get drunk and do accusations and say, oh, you know, Josh, Justin, Trevor, Chris, who else is talking about me? They're worried about their missing child. Like, God forbid we ever have a missing child. Go scratch. You think I did it? Okay. Let me work with the police. I promise you, they'll tell you that I am cooperating, and I would hope that I could get cleared after over 2 years.
Right, sing your innocence to the police, not to us. None of us are investigators. We're not going to solve this case.
Yeah,
We're here
we're
to
not.
bring awareness to these cases. We're not going to solve them. I'll be the first to say, I have served, how many warrants? 0. How many arrests I've made? 0. That's not our job. So go to the police and give them your innocence. Ask
Yes,
them to clear you.
yes. Listen, Don, talk to the police more than you talk to YouTubers. Please talk to the police. Talk to the Cold Case Foundation. Use these resources that can actually help find your daughter, help get your family, more situated. I don't know, but don't want to speak about that. But don't worry about us. Talk to the police. So thank you, Trev. Thank you
Absolutely.
all for joining us. I appreciate you truly from the bottom of my heart. Just I pray every single day, God, find Summer Wells. Let there
Amen.
be someone. Thank you, Bees, for becoming a member. Appreciate you, honey. Let there be someone find her somehow, some way, unearth her, put someone in front, whether it's she's walking down the street, whether it's a hunter, whoever, and whoever did it, that's at the end of the day what anybody should want. The right person that did this just heinous thing to this 5-year-old missing baby. That's all we can ask for. You know, a lot of us have opinions on the parents. My opinions are purely, you know, I have my suspicions about the case, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Nobody truly knows, but mine is, you know, my judgment really comes from their previous and the way those children were treated, and multiple children taken away, and you know my spill with that. So all right, I love you all, appreciate you, thank you, Trev. Please subscribe to Trev Time, Josh from the lab, and Share from Voices Behind the Wall. They were all up on panel today. I'll be sure to link all of them in the description after this live. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Sometimes, maybe. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jeff.